Being part of this family, it's a lot of weight. Well, my great-grandfather created an insane empire of hotels.
Hillton Hotel.
My family has always been very conservative. My mom always taught me to be very proper, private, and to always portray that everything's perfect.
It's 2003. Paris's mother doesn't know where her daughter is.
We're just spending all our time trying to figure out, what do we do?
A beautiful lady. Thank you.
Paris Hilton is calling herself the Queen of the Night.
Besides partying, Paris was getting recognized for three things: being dumb,
You say, act ditzy, lose things. That's advice that you're giving people. Why?
Because it's cute.
being rich, and being trashy.
We love it.
She is the great-granddaughter of the hotel magnate Conrad Hilton.
I have an idea that world travel may help in world peace.
Today was the first day that you could buy the DVD called One Night in Paris.
You can see it was two people in love enjoying sex.
How many of you have seen them? I've seen them.
That poor family. To have your daughter do a porno film in a Marriott hotel, I mean,
But one day, the world started noticing something strange. Paris's voice had changed.
I'm always kind of putting on this, facade or just like happy, perfect life. Just created this character and I've been stuck with her ever since. And I didn't used to be that way. I was so obsessed with looking perfect on the outside. I helped create a monster. And now I see even little girls who are 10 years old, 9 years old, and they're trying to get the perfect selfie. They're putting the filters on. They can't even look at themselves in the phone without putting a filter.
Do you feel responsible for it? I mean, many people have said you're the architect of that.
I do feel responsible for it.
The pop culture icon now flipping her narrative on its head. You had a caricature of yourself with the high voice and the rich, spoiled brat persona. Was that really you?
No, that was a trauma response.
Did she tell you she was put into solitary?
When you mean solitary, what do you mean?
Solitary confinement. Treating children like they're in a prison instead of a school?
Are you serious?
I remember it was a school night, it was the middle of the night, and I just heard screaming, bloody murder. I knew there was a takedown in the works. I didn't know it was people coming in and capturing her.
I thought I was being kidnapped. I started screaming for my mom and dad, help me. And no one came. As they were taking me, I saw my parents standing by their door crying. And I was like, please help me, what's happening? And no one would tell me what was happening.
And then in the morning, it's breakfast, and Paris didn't come to the breakfast table. And my parents were smiling, everything's fine, and we didn't ask any questions. They said she went to boarding school.
For those of you who are concerned about your child's education, they'll be working with competent teachers who care about them and who want them to succeed.
Provo Canyon School is the worst experience of my entire life.
I think the specialized teachers that they have really help out tremendously in educating.
Throwing us against walls, strangling, hitting.
School does not take a back seat in our program.
Late at night, they would take certain girls into a room and do
cervical exams.
Did that happen to you?
Yes. A lot of the people who work there got off on torturing children and seeing them naked. I thought I was going to be or killed.
And you see your parents doing nothing.
I mean, a lot of people understood that we're trying to help our daughter. You know, we were trying to save Paris.
Right.
Not that like strict, and we were worried. She was living in New York. She was sneaking out and sometimes didn't come back home for 3 days.
Yeah.
Not going to school. And so we'd put her in this boarding school, this one. I thought, got to keep her away from the city and all of these predators and people that want her to model. And it was just,
had I known this, and you know that Dad and I would have been there in 1 second. I'm so proud of you.
That's just how my family was. Like, we didn't like to talk about things.
But Paris broke the silence that weighed on her family.
Are you ready for tomorrow?
Yes.
And she didn't stop there.
Provo Canyon School. What are we writing next?
Then you can put underneath the
rough dates.
Yeah.
Our years, and then gave me
trust issues.
Fear of being controlled.
With PTSD. There's so many that it will not fit on the card. People were to look and be like, whoa, Paris has a lot of issues.
Paris Hilton is back in the nation's capital, continuing her fight against child abuse. She spent the day at the White House where she urged lawmakers to pass the Stop Institutional Child Abuse Act.
We, all of us, have the opportunity today to lead by example and make a difference in saving children's lives.
With 70 yes votes and 2 no votes, the Stop Institutional Child Abuse Act has passed.
I think as a kid, you're scared, like, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. I've held on to so much shame my whole life because of other people hurting me. The shame shouldn't be on you, it should be on the person that hurt you.
Joking. Oh my God.
This is your grandson.
Paris, are you serious? Oh my God.
I've just grown so much in the past couple of years, and then getting married, my husband, it's just, my life has completely changed.
By confronting her past, Paris was able to build healthy relationships with those around her.
We're there to always support each other.
I love you, honey.
I just wanted something just to be like private between my husband and I, and to not have the whole world coming in and people talking about my son before he was here, safe on this planet.
Isn't this beautiful?
Paris and I, our relationship, the peaks and valleys, and some of the valleys were very deep. This is the most exciting thing in life.
I'm so happy.
Your whole life's gonna change.
I know.
Because this is what matters.
I know.
I'm on the other side of the mountain, and I'm so grateful.
Mom.
I love you.